Before starting our discussion on the accounting basics, let's start by discussing the three main activities of a typical company, which are operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. So usually what happens is it starts from the financing activities. We either finance our business by debt or by equity, and we use the funds for our daily operations, or sometimes we use the funds for investment. And we use the investments and the fundings to do our daily operations, and we try to make profit, hopefully. And with the profit in our hands, we have two options. We can either reinvest our profits for future operations, or we can use the profits to reimburse to the people who lent us the money. And as this cycle goes on and on and on, eventually the company becomes bigger and the enterprise value grows. Our cash flow statement, and we have our cash flow statement from Disney on the far right, explains the cash inflows and outflows according to the company's three activities. So out of the three statements that we're going to discuss further later, the cash flow statement is the most straightforward and easiest to understand. So as a result, what it means is, as a result, Disney in 2019 had a cash outflow worth $9.5 billion. In 2020, they made a huge cash inflow, a $20 billion cash inflow. In 2021, almost par, but slightly cash outflow, minus $1.9 billion worth cash outflow. So that's what it represents. And the big picture is that out of the $9.5 billion cash outflow, Disney has earned almost $6 billion cash inflow from operations. So Disney is constantly making cash inflows from operating activities. But the difference is that in 2019 they made a huge investment. From this, we cannot know yet what kind of investments they have made. But if you see, if you see it closer, we can see that there was a huge acquisition worth almost $10 billion, and that's where the huge cash outflow for investments came from. And lastly, financing activities, it differs year by year, but anyways, 2019 almost par, 2020 they have made, there was a huge cash inflow, and in 2021 there was again a cash outflow. And as a result, Disney made almost $10 billion worth of cash inflows from the past 3 years. That's what the cash flow statement tells us. And from my experience teaching accounting and financing to other students, the cash flow statement is the easiest to understand. So we're going to start from there. So let us begin.